Greetings and salutations, dear viewers. Welcome to another blood-loosening episode of Inferno! Let us begin with a history lesson, shall we? Some of you may be familiar with Dante Alighieri and his masterful 14th century poem known as the Divine Comedy. This work, widely considered to be one of the greatest pieces of world literature, features a first part that has become infamous to all. It is known as Dante's Inferno, and chronicles the man's descent into the 9 levels of hell before commencing his ascent to God. It was a brilliant showcase of the medieval vision of the afterlife, and remains one of the greatest works of all time. Now, you must be wondering, why is the oh-so-handsome and intelligent anti-viewer giving us this presentation? Surely there are some bad enemy that need torturing? Well, rest assured, my less intelligent friends, there is a link between my reviews and Dante's Inferno, even if your primitive minds do not see it. You see, I have chosen to create a new segment on my show, a segment which I like to call Anti's Inferno! Now, I know it is rather nonsensical to make a countdown of this particular subject, because everyone already knows what the greatest evil in anime is. But, seeing as they have yet to appear in an anime, we can safely proceed with this countdown. Begone, foul beastie! At the number 9 spot, Lelouch v Britannia from Code Geass. Okay, enough of that! Although I never tire of ridiculing this character, the fact remains that he is a very good villain. Lelouch will do whatever it takes to fulfill his goals, even if it means sacrificing his friends and family to do so. In fact, the man probably enjoys seeing his subordinates get the axe. I know I do! His staggering intelligence and razor-sharp analytical skills make him a daunting foe to face at the best of times, always smooth and never inefficient. But what makes Lelouch such a good villain is his theatrics. Just look at him! He's a power-hungry tyrant and a grandiose speaker, and he's loving every second of it! He likes showing off so much it's almost funny, even when he's surrounded by that whore Suzaku, he makes a show of it! Lelouch's only problem is that he tends to panic when his plans fail, getting sloppy and melodramatic. But, barring that flaw, you've a devious mastermind who knows just how to get what he wants. Number 8. Altena and Chloe from Noir. Now, I know this is 2 characters, but they work best as a duet, so they share the spot. In a series that is already morally grey, you'd expect anyone could fulfill the requirements to be a villain. But no one in this series is as close to the vision of pure evil as Altena. Why? Well, it can literally be summed up in a single line. If love can kill people, then surely hate can save people as well. That is the most messed up thing I have ever heard. Can you imagine if real people thought like that? I mean, aside from myself? Well, Altena takes that motto to heart as the High Priestess of the evil secret society, Les Soldats, and sends her brutal enforcer, Chloe, to murder dozens of people and to psychologically torment the 2 heroines of Noir. I think the scariest thing about Altena is that she could easily have been a champion of light. I mean, just look at her! You know, it is said that the greatest evils are the ones done in the name of good. Well, if that's true, you will not find a better example than Altena and Chloe. Number 7. Magellan from One Piece. Although he's not technically a villain in the traditional sense, Magellan is still one of the major antagonists that Luffy and crew have to defeat. But that's the key word, isn't it? Luffy never did defeat Magellan, did he? In fact, the Warden of Impel Down royally wiped the floor with our normally unstoppable hero. And even when they were breaking out of the jail, they couldn't defeat him, and Luffy had some pretty powerful friends to help him. All they could do was escape his terrible wrath. Not only that, Magellan single-handedly wiped out the Blackbeard pirates, doing what Fire Fist Ace tried to do, and many times more. He's like an anime version of the Terminator, completely unstoppable in every way. He's like, hasta la vista, Luffy. And he's the only enemy in One Piece to have handed Luffy his first complete individual defeat. Kuma sending him away does not count. With a flawless win record, Warden Magellan has definitely earned the number 7 spot on this countdown. Number 6. Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. This guy is like a crew. Always smooth, always calm, but incredibly deadly. What makes Hisoka stand out for the other anime baddies is that he mixes terrifying fighting skills and sadistic cruelty, but still somehow manages to be eerily humorous. For all the savage ways he kills his opponents, and the fear that he inspires in the protagonists, Hisoka is still a magician and a clown, able to make even the most vicious of threats seem oddly funny. Another thing I love about this guy is the sheer apathy he displays in his own body. For example, he literally lets his arm be chopped off just to kill an opponent in a tournament. That's quite the badass, considering he later has it reattached without any anesthetic. He's almost like a force of nature, completely unflappable and unresistible in any circumstance. Granted, he may not be a devilish plotter or a corrupt dictator, but no one in anime is able to mix terror and laughs quite like this serpentine killer. Hisoka, giving the term of evil clowns a whole new meaning.